Hello, I'm Chris, and this is my buying a used TRAXXAS 4Tech off of eBay video. So this is the second one that I bought. So this one popped up for about $300. I sent him a $200 offer and he accepted. So the only reason I justified buying this one is because the body on it should be good and we have another box. And look what this guy did right here. He taped the freaking box up. You never, ever, ever do that. So this one was wrecked. We'll investigate what exactly is damaged on it. The body does have a little bit of damage on there, but I am perfectly fine with that. We just kind of set it on the shelf like that. I guess the wing or spoiler was ripped off of it. That's fine. This body right here makes it worth it 100%. Somebody asked me about the brakes. We're going to go in and look at the brakes and how they work. I've never even looked at one of these really or taken it apart. So this is one that in the pictures I could clearly see that it was broke. It was wrecked. I knew it was wrecked. He didn't describe it. Pictures on the eBay ad were not good at all. So we're going to kind of take a little bit of this one apart and assess the damage on this one, and then we're going to look up the parts to see if we can even get them. Obviously it was hit right here, smacked it, busted the bottom piece off of that. The drive shaft's still there. It says Hot Works Racing. Anyway, they're bent up. I'm just going to throw them in the trash. I have no use for this stuff. Okay, the flywheel's locked up on it, so we'll be taking the engine apart just to look on the inside of it real quick. It's missing the coated washers, but the drive shaft looks good. Let's get it out. The steering little spindle's busted off, and I have to get lower control arms because it's missing the little ball stud. So they want about 30 for these on the internet. They want about 60 for these since they've been discontinued from TRAXXAS. So we're just gonna buy another parts one. And to my hater that keeps thumbing my videos down, keep doing what you're doing, little bitch. Thumbs down does not hurt my channel in any way, but if you really want to mess with me, go outbid me on this. If you really want to piss me off, because that's the parts one I'm going to buy, hopefully, to fix this one. Okay, hopefully this drive shaft is in good shape. Okay, good. Oh, look at the bottom of it. Nice. Look at the exhaust. It hit that real bad and bent it. Plastic, but has little metal inserts on it. Let's get the bearings out so we can possibly destroy it. Oh yeah, we're cracking it, so we're just gonna leave it bent. All right, let's see what kind of receiver it came with. It's got this Duratrax fail-safe on it. Okay, we got the older one, but it's a 3-channel. These work okay. So I did not get a transmitter. Hopefully this one works. That'll be great. I'm gonna tell you from my Tamiya experience, this car with these tires on it, this was a joke right here. These tires don't even have foams on it. This thing was just sliding all over the place, wasn't not doing anything. That's probably why they wrecked it. All right, so does it have fuel in it? Nope, the fuel tank's clean, but the engine is locked up. All right, so we have part of the air filter. That's good. See if that carburetor's stuck. Nope, it's free. That's good. All right, the belts on this one look really good. Okay, so we got the pinchy fuel line thing. I like that. 2-speed. All these gears look good. They're not all chewed up. That's a huge bonus. All the differential, everything spins free, front and back. This one's going to teach me about that battery box. So it does go right there. Is this really how they did it from the factory with this weird strap? Oh, it's a reusable zip tie. On the Easy Start harness, you see how they have that connection right there. And in case you have no idea, you can buy this piece right here for $1.75 from TRAXXAS. I ordered a few of them. Look at how much electrical tape they use. Let's see what was under there that they needed all this electrical tape. See, that's why I always take the time to look at it and see the problem, because we're going to clean this up. We're going to stick some heat shrink over it and just cover it up like it was brand new. You don't have to do stuff like this. All right, but this one got hit pretty hard, so we kind of need to go through it and make sure nothing's cracked. Another thing, I see the shock towers will be cracked and busted. All these look good. And once again, the bottom of it tells you a lot about the car. It's in really good shape. We'll go ahead and pull this engine off. Ain't that weird? They do all this stuff, thread lock the wheels, everything, and then they put the crappiest tires and wheels they could find on it. Damn, man, that's the tightest one I've ever seen. This one's stripped, so I guess we're gonna have to take the engine off from the top. Let's go ahead and take the head off. So this engine right here is very clean. Okay, so you see what happened to this one? It's stuck at top dead center. That's gunk right there. They never did an after run on this. All right, come on out. Check the one-way bearing. Okay, good. All right, all that feels super perfect, super clean. See if we can turn this a little bit. Nah, it's really locked up. So we're gonna go ahead and start putting some nitro fuel in there to help loosen this thing up a little bit. So when you take this cover off, always have your piston at the top dead center so you don't destroy the piston skirt like I did. That comes right off real easy. So we're just gonna put some fuel in here. Hopefully it'll break this up. Damn, okay. All right, when they're this locked up, I'm just gonna heat them up. I'm not playing around with this thing. Doesn't take much heat. Oh, hot. Oh, there it goes. See what that heat does? Man, that's a freaking brand new freaking piston sleeve. Look at that. That is brand new. All right, so since it's all gummed up, we got to put it in barium and chem dip. Yeah, so guy was asking me about the brakes. Honestly, I'm the last person on earth that you should be asking, and the last person that should be even trying to explain them, because I have no idea. All right, so this is different than all the other ones. So let's go ahead and take this apart and investigate, because I want to see now too. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and take this little cover off first to see what's going on in here. So I was in my 20s when all these were coming out from TRAXXAS. And the last thing on my mind in my 20s was RC cars. So I'm playing catch up. That's what's going on. I'm not buying these trying to compete with anybody, but I am buying these so if I do meet somebody and they have a Fortec, I can say, hey man, let's go run some Fortecs, or let's go run some Revos. That's the reason I'm buying all these different ones. Oh, I didn't even have to take those two off. So it has like a half shaft and it's actually wedging the brake shoes together. So I think the brake's attached to this piece. Let's go ahead and just take this stuff off. All right, so make sure you take the screws off in the correct orientation. There is one extra big one. Hopefully this just kind of falls off. Oh, okay, that piece goes all the way down here. Okay, so we finally got it off. So let me try to get some of these screws back in. Now we got all the screws back in. We can take a look at this. This piece right here has the brake on it. Let's get this clip off and see if it separates. Oh, there it does. It does pull through. All right, once you get it separated from there, you can see the brake in here. If you're having issues with the brakes, you see we got to take the whole thing apart, get this separate, and then you're going to have to investigate from right here. The brakes on this one work fine. We don't have any issues. Looking at this one, there is a bunch of oil and grease in there. You're saying you have no brakes whatsoever. I don't know, maybe you're just gonna have to take it apart like I did and figure it out. So this car seems to be in really good shape. So yeah, this engine is super duper gummed up. We're gonna put it in the barium and chem dip. You'll see it all in a future video whenever we get the parts for this one. So I actually ordered these wheels. These are brand new. They came from the Hot Rod Fortec, and unfortunately they're too big for this body, but they look so freaking good on there. So then I looked down there on the website, you can still buy the original Fortec wheels that are kind of on slicks, medium slicks, I think, for $35 for a whole set. So that's what I did. I went ahead and bought them. But since this is a 110 scale, I have a whole freaking room full of 110 Tamiyas, and we'll probably later on get into modifying and seeing what other bodies go on these from the Tamiya lineup. So I'm just kind of giving you an idea of what to expect when you buy these used RCs. They're very desirable, very cool once you own them, but you see the risks that I take and you decide if it's worth it. Well, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.